Thank you for joining us again today. I'm Dr. Martha Buchanan, Senior Director of the Knox County Health Department and Health Officer of the Knox County Health Department. I have some sad news again today. We learned yesterday afternoon that we lost 2 more people to complications from COVID-19. We extend our deepest sympathies to the families of those who lost their loved ones and to anyone who's impacted by this illness. We know it's impacting our community at several levels. Our heart goes out to those who are impacted. We now have 3 deaths in Knox County. All 3 people were in high-risk groups, either due to their age or due to underlying medical conditions. Specifically, the folks who died were a 93-year-old woman, an 86-year-old woman, and a 63-year-old man. These 3 deaths do not represent a cluster or pattern of infections. Our current case count is 126. Hospitalized at some time during their illness, 16 people. Recovered, 74, which is 60% of our cases. As we mentioned at yesterday's briefing, we have provided additional local data and analysis on our website. In particular, we can say from this table on your screen, our local data is in line with national trends. Most concerning, of course, is the high hospitalization rate for those over 75. While this mirrors the national data, it underscores the importance of protecting those most at risk. The Safer at Home order my office issued March 24th has expired. That said, Knox County, like the rest of the state, remains under Governor Lee's stay-at-home order, and we encourage until April 14th, and we encourage everyone to abide by that. Over the next week, we will look at the local data, monitor what's happening coming out from the state, make appropriate recommendations to our leadership toward the end of the week regarding continuation of Safer at Home orders, or if depending on what the governor issues, we'll abide by that, of course. We continue to review the predictive models, and some of them are looking really, really great. But I think it's really important for the community to understand that the improvement in those models is completely reliant on the continuation of staying at home and social distancing. That's key to keeping the numbers down and seeing that curve flatten, as we've talked about so many times. So we encourage, again, everybody to follow the governor's order and the CDC guidelines, and those are readily available and pretty easy to understand. Before we open up to questions, I do want to thank some folks. I want to thank our partners, which include other county departments who are helping us and supporting us through this process. Our mayor's office, of course, the city of Knoxville, KEMA, and many, many others who are helping us address this virus on the local level. I also want to thank everybody who donated PPE or personal protective equipment to the local drive to help our first responders and others who might be in need of PPE. While this continues to be an incredibly challenging time for our community, I'm encouraged and inspired by all those who are stepping up to support their fellow citizens, and I thank them all for doing that. So I'll now open up for questions.
All right, as a reminder, go ahead and put your questions into the Zoom group chat feature to the side of your screen, please, and we'll read them all. Does anyone have any questions today to put in the chat box feature? All right, we have one question from the News Sentinel. Could you repeat the ages of the people who have died?
Sure. We had a 93-year-old woman, an 86-year-old woman, and a 63-year-old man.
Any other questions? Okay, if there's no other questions, we thank everyone for joining, and we will be available tomorrow at the same time as well. Thank you all.